that a daily shower can go a long way.
There's a silence evil between us, and I know it's because of me.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiltana, and if you're returning, welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to talk about all things hygiene. I really wanted to make this video because I realized that a lot of people, don't know much about hygiene, or rather haven't been taught about hygiene, myself included. Obviously, I learned like basic hygiene, from my parents, but there's also some other things that I've learned over the years that I just wanted to share that I think would be useful to everyone, male, female, young, old. I think hygiene is important. I personally believe that hygiene can really take you from a 5 to even an 8 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10. And yeah, I also think that, basic hygiene, or just like improving these things in your life, will also give you an extra bit of confidence. We all want to feel confident. We all want, people to look at us and appreciate us the way we are. And the other thing is also, realistically, in the world that we live in, people are going to judge you. Initially, people are going to judge you based on how you present yourself and how you look. And, if you have dirty fingernails or uncut nails, or if your breath stinks, people are going to remember that, unfortunately, and that's just the way the world is. So without further ado, let's get into this hygiene video. Okay, I think I'm gonna go from top to bottom, but I want to get the basics out of the way. Obviously, first things first, the foundation of hygiene is just daily showers, brushing your teeth daily, moisturizing your skin, all of that already contributes significantly. I know it sounds like what seems like common knowledge, but just a reminder that a daily shower can go a long way. And then also something that I feel is often overlooked is drinking water, or what you put into your body. I'm not saying you need to be eating healthy food 24/7, eating salads or whatever it is, but you also can't be pumping your body with junk food and fizzy drinks and never drinking water and expecting to smell good. Your pee's gonna stink, your sweat's gonna stink. Just drink water, guys. It's so good for you. It hydrates your body from within. While your skin is hydrated, you're not flaking around everywhere with dry skin, and also your sweat, it gets rid of the toxins in your body. Your sweat won't smell as pungent. And even your pee, your pee is not going to be yellow. You're hoping to get like pee that looks like water, ideally. That's how you're healthy and hydrated. So that's step one. Drink your water. Okay, first thing I want to go into is oral hygiene. Mainly because for me personally, the first thing I notice about someone when I'm first introduced to them, other than their nails, like what's under their nails, is their teeth. Like that's the first thing I notice. And if your breath stinks, that's often what I remember about you. So yes, brushing your teeth, and at night as well, twice daily. Like I know some people don't like to brush their teeth at night because they're lazy, they're tired, or whatever. They'll brush them in the morning. If you want to keep your teeth, brush them every single night. And if you want to keep your friends, brush them every single morning. So twice a day, brushing your teeth, that's standard, that's the basic. What should also be included in your routine is flossing. I think a lot of people sometimes don't floss, or forget to, or maybe don't forget to, but maybe don't make it a habit to floss regularly. But you need to be flossing as often as you're brushing, because your toothbrush can't get into the tiny little crevices between your teeth. And that's where the real treasure is, that's where the real dirt is. When I floss, like sometimes I'll be shocked. I'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know that was there. Like you really need to be flossing. And if you want to take it a step further, I use teeth whitening strips. I have a special box over here, a box of goodies. So I use teeth whitening strips from time to time. I use these white glow ones, and you basically just stick them, it's charcoal ones. You stick them on your teeth and you sit with it for 30 minutes and then you brush your teeth afterwards and you use it like obviously regularly, and your teeth will get whiter. Obviously, if you want to take it a step further, or if you can afford to, you'd go for like teeth cleaning, teeth whitening. This is a more affordable option. Or you could also oil pull. So basically oil pulling is gargling, basically, you know, taking oil, so like coconut oil, just normal coconut oil, in your mouth, gargling with it for 5, 10, however long you prefer. Gargling with that, do not swallow. Gargle with that, you know, and it pulls all the dirt off your teeth. It whitens your teeth. And then lastly, in my dental hygiene series, we have to brush our tongues, guys. Brush your tongues. You know, there's tongue scrapers, or if you want, you could use the back of your toothbrush. Some toothbrushes have like bristles on the end where you could brush your tongue. It's there for a reason, you know, like I think we also overlook, but that's the main thing that contributes to bad breath. To reiterate, brush daily, floss, scrape your tongue. Tongue scraping, brush your tongue, whatever it is, those 3 are the main ones. If you want to take it a step further, you could get into oil pulling or teeth whitening, whatever it is, but those are the basics, right? Next up, I want to go into skincare, particularly skincare on the face. Wash your face daily and you can't use the same products that you use on your body, on your face. You know, unless you're using plain unscented soap like Dove, for example, the body washes and stuff, the shower scrubs are too harsh for your face. You need to invest in a facial cleanser. If you can't get that, you know, even Dove is good. I use Dove on my face. I have a cleanser, but I use Dove on my face. And I find that that is just as effective as any face wash, to be honest, you know. But that's the basics, you know. Even after gym, like I think a lot of people tend to go to the gym and maybe go on with their day afterwards. You need to be washing your face after the gym, or after any time where you're like sweating profusely. Wash your face morning and night. You know, like that's standard. Also sometimes overlooked. Like sometimes like you come back from a night out, or even after a long day and you don't feel like washing your face at night. I do that too, but you really do need to be washing your face twice a day, and not just washing, exfoliating. You know, depending on the exfoliator you have, you should be exfoliating daily. I exfoliate daily because the exfoliator I use is a Dermalogica powder one, you know, which kind of turns into a paste, so it's not really harsh on my skin. But if you're using an exfoliator that has tiny little pebbles or grains, that might be harsh on your skin, so maybe exfoliate 3 times a week. But you really need to be exfoliating, you know, to be able to get that dead skin off your face. You know, that's it comes off and it shows, okay? And then lips, you know, part of skincare, I'll get to the moisturizing bits and stuff, but also your lips, you know, it's not nice to talk to someone and their lips are peeling. It just doesn't look nice, and it's not a good way to present yourself. So to avoid peeling lips, you could try a lip scrub. You know, you could make one at home. You could literally just mix sugar and honey together. There you have a lip scrub. Or if anything, you could use your toothbrush and scrub your lips. You know, it also does wonders. It also exfoliates your lips and gives you nice soft lips. But yeah, I think that's something that's often overlooked. Moisturizing, let's get into moisturizing. Please don't have dry lips. Even if it means using Vaseline, carry Vaseline or lip balm or lip oil, something on you. You know, you don't need to have shiny, glossy lips, but your lips need to be moisturized, because cracked lips just don't look nice. You know, talking to someone and their lips are peeling off or their lips are bleeding is really, really not nice, you know. And you could find cheap alternatives. Vaseline, you know, you could decant it into a small tub, carry that around, DCT, whatever it is. You don't need to have fancy lip oils, Dior lip oils or lip scrubs or whatever. All of this stuff, 9 times out of 10 you can make at home. Like a lip scrub, for example, you know, sugar, honey, you're good to go. Brushing your lips with your toothbrush, also good to go. It's a good way to exfoliate. And then for your face, moisturize. And not just moisturize, use sunscreen. You know, there are all sorts of products. I know for a lot of people, they use a toner and a moisturizer. That might be advanced for someone who's looking just for basic hygiene tips. And I know for a lot of people, they'll be like, oh my God, the process. Who has time every day to be sitting doing a 10-step skincare routine? I get that, you know. But if anything, wash your face, moisturize with a facial moisturizer or an unscented lotion like Aqua's Cream or Epimax, you know, and you're good to go. And then on top of that, important, add sunscreen. You know, we all take, well, recently not so much, but I think people often forget to wear sunscreen, especially black people. We think, oh, black don't crack. You need to be wearing sunscreen. You don't want hyperpigmentation. You want an even skin tone across your body. Wear sunscreen. You know, even if it looks like the sun is not out or, you know, it's overcast, there are still rays of sunlight. There are still UV rays in the air. You need to be protecting your skin from those rays, and you need to be wearing sunscreen. Ideally, SPF 50, you know, that in my opinion is the best way to go, SPF 50. But wear sunscreen, guys. Please do not take it for granted. You need to be wearing sunscreen. If you're black, if you're white, if you're whatever race, sunscreen is vital. You know, you need to be wearing sunscreen every single day. You don't want to be 40 looking 80 years old with wrinkled skin, and you just don't. You don't. And not just that, another pro tip that I want to add, sunscreen on your face and on your neck, right? Don't forget to apply sunscreen on your neck. These are the most exposed areas of your body half the time. If you're covered up or whatever, wear sunscreen. You don't want a young face and an old neck one day, you know, so wear sunscreen. Also, to add on to that, I know I just said no one wants to be doing 10-step face nighttime routines, whatever, but I do think that at least once a week, you know, you do need to treat your skin, and even just for self-love or like pampering yourself, you know, do a face mask or use a jade roller on your face, or even pore strips. You know, this is like a weekly thing. So the things I mentioned first were like daily things: washing your face, moisturizing, sunscreen daily. But I also think weekly, you know, we should be using face masks. Currently I'm using these. I use all kinds of face masks, but currently I'm using these ones, hyaluronic acid and vitamin C from Skin Republic. I got these at Clicks or Discam. They literally were like 50 Rand, you know, but it's nice to just like replenish the nutrients in my skin, rehydrate it. I also have this, a jade roller. This is my best friend. You know, this is so good also just for truthfully like toning up your face. You know, sometimes you feel like your face is a bit puffy. This is good for depuffing, you know, and this was also like really cheap. There's different things you can do, face massages, you know, just to like improve your overall appearance and just like look after your skin. I also do pore strips. I tend to get a lot of whiteheads on my nose, and I like to use pore strips. I use these Skin Strategy Deep Cleansing Nose Strips. And they literally do wonders. I pull them off and all my sins come off, literally. Like, they literally are so amazing for your skin. So once a week, whatever it is for you, but just pamper, especially your face, you know, if it's under eye patches, if it's a face mask, you know, also just for yourself. I feel like when you look good, you feel good. And when you pamper yourself, you know, it really contributes to your overall well-being. Next up is body care. Right, so everything from shower practices, what we use in the shower, to moisturizing, exfoliating, perfume, you name it, we are gonna go into it, right? So first up, I said already, daily showers. You know, to shower, I use like a normal washcloth and a loofah. I use them both every single time I shower. I start off with like a Dove soap bar, wash my body, and then I go in with the loofah and like a shower gel to scrub any dead skin off my body. And then once a week, I think some people do this more often, but I only do this once a week, especially like if I'm planning on shaving, I dry brush, right? So for those who don't know, dry brushing is basically when you take a dry brush and you scrub your body pre-going into the shower while your body's still dry to remove any dead skin, to exfoliate. Basically, that's what dry brushing is. This helps a lot, especially when you're shaving, you know, to avoid getting strawberry legs or razor bumps or ingrowns. I shave my legs and my arms, and then I use Veet on my armpits. But dry brushing and then exfoliating, I have these two body scrubs. They're different. This one is more like oil-based, where it kind of leaves your body like hydrated and nourished afterwards, which is really the one I prefer. This Moroccan Rose one from Rain Skincare, and then just this normal Lush one. I find these to be a bit harsher because they have like sugar sized like granules, you know, and sometimes that scratches your skin. But that's also part of like the exfoliation process. It really is dependent on what you prefer. Some people prefer harsher exfoliators. They feel like they need to scrub more, whatever the case is. Make one at home, literally with just sugar, your shower gel, a bit of coconut oil. You mix it up and you scrub your body, and it literally is basically the exact same thing. Like sometimes I'll do that. People prefer exfoliating gloves. Some people prefer like an African net sponge. Whatever you use, as long as it's strong enough to exfoliate your body, and this is for daily use, you know, as long as it's strong enough to exfoliate your body, then it's perfect. You know, you don't need to go out and get crazy expensive products or whatever. To keep my shower gel, my body lotion, and my body oil kind of in the same family of scents so that like the smell lingers on me, I use a fragranced shower gel, and I want it to stay on me, otherwise I wouldn't be using a fragranced one. And then when I moisturize, when I come out of the shower, I use a body oil. So I use this one, right? Body oil, Palmer's cocoa butter formula, and then I use this lotion, Nivea, just a basic Nivea lotion, and they're kind of in the same family of scents, which is what I prefer, you know, just for the smell to linger on my body and because I like how they smell. I don't use the oil daily. It depends. If I'm using a body butter, then I won't be using the oil. It all depends on what lasts on my body. You know, my skin tends to get really dry in winter, so I prefer to use a body oil in winter, or in summer sometimes if I want like an extra glow on my chest or anything like that. But generally a body butter or a body lotion could suffice if you're using Epimax or Aqua's cream or Vaseline, whatever it is. As long as you're moisturizing your body, really, you know, you shouldn't really suffer from dry skin unless you have eczema. One thing I would say that you should stay away from is, you know, body lotions that are heavily fragranced. You know, they can irritate your skin, and body lotions that are too watery, you know, that are focused more on, I guess it's linked to fragrance as well, that are focused more on the fragrance than the actual consistency of the lotion. That's not going to do anything for your body. You know, literally you're going to moisturize, and as soon as you put your clothes on, your skin's still going to be feeling and looking dry. So that's something to avoid. Next up, we're gonna go into fragrance. This is perfume, this is even your body oil, body mist, deodorant, whatever it is. First off, deodorant. Every single day, if it's a spray deodorant, if it's a roll-on, whatever you prefer, use it daily, right? And after gym, reapply. Well, ideally shower after gym, but if for whatever reason you can't shower after the gym, use a wet wipe. You know, these babies are often the biggest problem areas, you know, for a lot of people. So if for whatever reason you can't shower, or if you are someone who tends to sweat a lot even after putting deodorant, maybe it would be best, you know, to just touch up later on in the day. Wet wipes or even just water, quickly wipe, reapply your deodorant, you're good to go, you know. And that's like a quick easy step. You quickly go to the bathroom, quick easy step, fresh, good to go. But generally, I have something that I call my signature scent, you know, which is a perfume that I carry everywhere. I usually have a travel size perfume in every one of my handbags in my car. That is a bit extreme for some people, you know, but for me, this is just what I prefer. But generally, just having a travel size, tiny, cute little, you know, perfume or body mist or deodorant, whatever, keep it on you, because you never know when you're going to need a touch up. Even if you're not someone who tends to sweat a lot, sometimes you just want to freshen up. You never know where the day is going to take you. If someone calls you and says, hey, let's go out, you know, surely you want to just, you know. So that's why I have a travel size perfume. And I prefer perfume obviously because it lasts longer, but there are some really good body mists that you could spray and they could last the whole day. Just having something, you know, to quickly, even just for your confidence, you know, you don't want to be walking around the day feeling self-conscious, like, do I smell, do I not? You could easily just, you know, problem solved. And then now we're going to go on to shaving. Shaving, waxing, whatever it is that you do. I personally do all three. Yeah, now that I think about it, I usually shave my legs and my arms because my hair grows really quickly. And so when I'm shaving Shaving tip, if you are going to shave in the direction that your hair grows. So for me, my hair, I don't know if you guys can see, my hair grows downwards. So you take your razor and you shave downwards. Also, try to find, if you're someone who shaves, find a razor that has 3 blades. I use men's razors, only because I am a very hairy person and this is what works for me, and I feel like it's stronger and has more of like a surface area to work with. And also, another tip, please guys, only use your shaving blade 3 to 4 times, you know, and do not leave it in the shower after you've used it. You know, take it out, wipe it, leave it in a cool, dry place, whatever it is. If you leave it in the shower, you know, constantly being exposed to steam and stuff is going to cause rust. It's going to cause bacteria to grow, you know, and it's not good for you. So don't leave your shaving blade in the shower, and only use it 3 to 4 times, because you don't want your bacteria to start growing and then you start getting infections on your skin because you're using a dirty razor. When I do shave, I often dry brush like I showed you guys, and then I get into the shower, put some shaving foam on. Again, I also use this men's one, shaving foam, and I start shaving. That works for me perfectly, but I've also sometimes used Dove, like I let it like lather up on my skin, Dove soap, and then I start shaving. And then afterwards, you know, as soon as you get out, apply an oil to avoid getting strawberry legs or ingrowns. Apply coconut oil, whatever oil that you prefer to put on your body, you know, after shaving. That is the key to not getting ingrowns. And then after shaving, lastly, I would also just advise for you not to wear any tight clothes. You know, your pores need to breathe, your skin needs to breathe. You've just been shaving, you've just put your skin through so much. Don't wear tight clothes after shaving. You know, let your body breathe. Even my armpits, I use Veet in my armpits, and you know, after you've put Veet on, don't put any deodorant on. I sometimes just put baby powder, you know, to absorb any sweat, and also to just like relax, you know, the skin that's there. Then moving on to our feet. You know, we don't want cracked heels in our sandals. So scrub your feet, exfoliate, but not only exfoliate, scrub. I personally like to use a rock, you know, like I don't have one on me right now, but just like a rock that you can buy at like Discount. You use it and you scrub your feet. If you want baby soft feet, use a rock. I personally love to walk around barefoot, which is not a good thing, you know, but I walk around barefoot outside, inside, winter, summer, if it's cold, if it's not. I just like to be one with nature and have my feet touch the ground. I don't know why, but I really like that. So I am someone who needs to use a rock, because otherwise my heels are going to be cracked and dry and scary looking, and that's just not cute, especially if you want to wear open shoes. You know, I personally like to wear open shoes, obviously except in winter. But scrub your feet, do not overlook that. And not only that, clean between your toes, okay? Clean between each toe every single day. You know, if you put your finger through your toes right now, actually just do that. Put your finger through your toes. If you haven't cleaned your toes recently, put your finger through your toes and smell it. Do you like that smell? I didn't think so. On the mention of toes, I also want to go into areas that we often forget to clean, that we need to be cleaning daily as well. Behind your ears, you know, we often forget to clean this part. You wash your face like this, and then you forget, no, take the soap back here as well, you know. And then also an important one, your belly button. If you put your finger through your belly button right now, I feel like it's going to be the same situation as your toes, and you're not going to like it. So clean your belly buttons, you know. I personally use an earbud, you know, and I just wiggle, 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 clean my belly button. You know, you'll be shocked at how much dirt is in your belly button, especially in the crevices. It doesn't look like it from the outside. You look at your belly button, it doesn't look dirty, but trust me, it is. Clean your belly button, okay? And then also your ears. I think this is also something that's part of the basics, but sometimes we forget to do as people, cleaning your ears. You know, I use cotton buds. I know in recent years, people have been saying cotton buds aren't good, because I'm not sure why actually. But I use cotton buds, just clean, you know, just clean your ears, your belly buttons, between your toes and behind your ears, right? That's important. Do not forget that, because that contributes significantly to hygiene. Not only hygiene, but also it's the smaller things that we don't pay attention to or that we forget to clean that are what people notice the most, you know. So even under nails, you know, I can think off the top of my head of someone who has dirty undernails, and that's what I remember about them, which is not good. You know, it's not a good thing that that's my memory of them, but people always notice, you know. No one wants to see your brown whatever you were eating or whatever you were doing, you know, under your nails. You know, we don't want to see traces of your previous activities, essentially, you know. And also on the topic of nails, that, you know, we need to be getting our nails cleaned or done. This is not to say you need to be going to a nail salon and getting acrylics or whatever, you know. Just, even if you do it yourself at home, file your nails, cut your nails, clean underneath, you know, with a toothpick, with an earbud, whatever it is, clean your fingernails, please. Don't take that for granted. People notice that, people see it. Cut your nails. You know, if you are someone who wants to grow out your nails, file them nicely, shape them nicely. There's nothing wrong with growing your nails out or whatever, but file them, you know, let them have a nice shape. They shouldn't just look like untidy long nails. Last thing I want to add, that's not necessarily related to hygiene, but it's just related to just how you feel about yourself and your overall appearance. I believe in investing in your appearance, you know, and that doesn't necessarily mean having to spend a lot of money or doing all sorts of crazy things for your appearance. It just means taking pride in the way that you present yourself and the way you show yourself to other people, you know. Like I said at the beginning of this video, people are going to judge you based on how they initially perceive you. So if you come off as crusty or scruffy looking or whatever, that is going to affect the way the world sees you, you know. And I think we all want to be perceived in a good light, in a positive light, and we want people to be nice to us and warm and friendly towards us. And it might sound superficial, but I think that's a bit of extra advice, you know, just taking an extra step. If it's putting on some makeup, or if you're not a makeup person, just making sure your hair looks nice, or like I said, your nails. All of these things do play a role and do contribute to not just the way people see you, but most importantly, the way you feel about yourself. You know, like, I think a lot of people can relate. Like, if you look in the mirror and you don't really like what you see, it affects your day or your week or your month or whatever, you know. So you already feel like a different person when your hair's done, when your nails done, when you look in the mirror and you like your outfit and you like what you see. So just taking that extra step, again, not necessarily in terms of hygiene, but maybe in terms of presentation, that extra step really does do wonders, you know. And that's the end of my hygiene tips, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and most importantly, I really hope that this was useful to someone. You know, if you have any tips for me, please share them in the comments, let me know, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!